You're tuning to another episode of TheWunderkindShow. Today's first topic, Ben Cleveland responds to John Harbaugh. Look. Listen, this guy, for all the squirrels he eats, it's a very, very professional guy. Because he could have used this to try to wiggle his way from out of the doghouse in which Harbaugh controls. But instead, I'm a team player. I'm going to give such a professional answer, be such a good teammate, be such a coachable player that I won't throw the guy who everybody know who is wrong under the bus. I'm going to read you what he said in response, right, to John Harbaugh, and then we're going to break it down, all right? So without further ado, let me read this to y'all and break it down. And shout outs to Kevin Ostreacher, right, because I'm reading it from his Twitter, okay? Always give props to who put out the information. So, it reads, Ben Cleveland responds to John Harbaugh's blunt comments about him and the Ravens' right guard job. This is him. There weren't a whole lot of right guard reps taken by me during camp just because of injury and all the above. So just staying ready for when my number gets called to go in and play. I feel like I've been my most consistent and most proactive throughout camp. It's been a struggle, having to move around positions with injuries and stuff like that. But as far as adapting to other positions and just playing where I'm asked, I feel like I've been extremely consistent and competitive. He also said, and this is from Sarah Ellison, check this out. He goes, we did some things a lot better this past game than we did in week one. It's just going to take us working together and just keep on rolling with it. If that's not a classy response, I don't know what is. Because I want y'all to understand something. This fan base is salivating at the thought of finally getting rid of John Harbaugh. And I want to say this for contextual purposes. I don't believe that Harbaugh is a horrible coach. But sometimes teams need to move off of that guy. We've seen it happen in Philly, right? We've seen it happen in Kansas City. Heck, we're seeing it happening in New England. Guys, coaches, you're not going to coach your whole life. You're not. Sometimes your words, your philosophies become stale. And you yourself need a fresh start. That's called context. Now, it's time for the vortex. Oh! Let me tell you something right now. Do you know why I'm pissed off at John Harbaugh? And let me tell you why I'm pissed off at everybody else. Because this is exactly what I was warning y'all about before the season. Y'all remember when y'all were telling, Nitro, I do everything for a reason. I want y'all to understand that. I'm cynical that way, right? I'm really cynical that way, right? Why do you think even I said, hey, I believe 10-3 and stuff like that? And I put that out there because I truly believe we'll be 10-3, worst 9-4 in the next 13 weeks. But I didn't have to put that video out there. That was a prediction for me. I did that to gauge how many people are going to be like, oh, Nitro, you're so optimistic. And if you see the tweet I put out and that video and go down and see how people, oh, you're so optimistic and stuff like that. I'm like, weren't y'all the same people who was being like, I was being cynical before this season started? Weren't y'all the same people saying, oh, you just complaining, you got to wait for the games, and you don't know what you're talking about, and blah, 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 blah. Now the same people are ready to jump ship quick, fast, and in a hurry. Oh, don't you all come to the front of the class all at once. Like, come on now, bro. I told y'all this. And then, you know what the specific reason why I told y'all about this was? It's the same problem I had when we got Villanueva. Because once again, I do my research. I don't just come here and spew crap. I do research before I talk. I talk to a lot of Steelers people. And they're like, yo, Villanueva's trash. Trash. Tridash. I said, what? They don't take our word for it. Go look tape. I said, all right. Had a buddy of mine who watches tape. We started going over it with me. My brother, who is a coach, started going through it. And he's like, oh, my God, he's terrible. And I was like, hey, yo, no! And people got on me about it. Oh, he's going to be fine. You're just a hater. That's before the channel, too. That was when I was still doing on the Twitter Spaces. And then when he had, oh, yeah, no, you know, Nitro. I mean, people that was coming at me talking about, I'm just a Lamar lover and blah, blah. I'm like, yo, this guy is terrible. He's going to get our QB hurt. Yeah. Yeah. And then when I went back and said, yo, didn't I tell y'all this? And the same people they wouldn't even come up to talk to me because they knew I was going to flame them. I was going to flame on, brother. Jakaris. You think it's a game? And I came into the season saying the same thing. That was my worry about this O-line. That was my worry. Because an O-line is there to protect your most valuable asset. You want to get to that most valuable asset it is? It ain't John Harbaugh! It's Lamar. Like, what are we talking about here? The same guy who right now is shouldering all of the blame for this team's shortcomings. Make it make sense. Duh. He's the QB. It's not because you love, even if you love Lamar or don't love Lamar, he's the quarterback. He's the QB. The most important position on the team. Now you guys are coming over to the dark side. No pun intended. Now you guys are starting to agree with what I've been saying for a long time. Now you guys are saying, oh, well, Nitro was calling that. I wish people would be just as loud with the, oh, da la la la, than being like, you know, Nitro was right. You know what I'm saying? Let me go put that out there. He was right. He said it. He called it. My fear was always the loss of our quarterback because I've already seen that this team does not care about the quarterback. Now, for the people that sit in the back and be like, oh, well, they had to do it this way, Nitro. Lamar's eating up so much of the cap. Shut up! Shut up. And if the shut doesn't go up, just shut down. Because we watched this team when I was begging to build a proper offensive unit around this man when he was on his rookie deal. We watched them waste an entire rookie contract. They even admitted to doing so. And now y'all want to be like, oh, well, he's because he got paid. Deflection at its finest. That's all we were trying to say. Sign him early. You would have signed him for cheaper. He's not costing you anything. Give him proper weapons. Build up back the offensive line. The offensive line hasn't been great. The offensive line hasn't been great since 2019. It's been excuse after excuse after excuse, year after year after year. And you know what they keep trying? Well, now we're going to build up these guys. That's why I said I wanted to move up in the draft. Oh, well, there were so much good guys at the bottom of the draft, Nitro. We just got to develop those guys. You know what happens with development? Development takes time. You've already wasted time. I don't want to waste no more time. That's called facts. Listen, man, I said it in the last video. John Harbaugh would rather everything crumble around him than listen to everybody. I don't think Ben Cleveland's going to play in the next game. I think that how we're going to win that game, they're going to play a lot of, what's his name? The fullback. And when the play action's happening, he's going to be helping put up 6-man blocking fronts. That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? That's Ricard. There it goes. Ricard. Pat Ricard. And I think he's going to help with the blocking. I truly believe that. And you're going to see a couple times where they put out max protection. Max. I'm talking the running back goes out to protect, Patrick Ricard's protecting, and you got the 5 linemen. So you have 3 people out in routes. The rest is blocking like, Lamar, hurry it up! Bro, I'm telling y'all, bro. And honestly, that's how it should be. That's how it should be. Play action, or if the play, you know what I'm saying, 5, 6, 7. So you have 7 guys on the line blocking, right? Lamar makes 8, 9, 10, 11. So you can have 3 other guys running out routes for play action. Yeah, that's what I would do. 2 wide receivers and a tight end, put Likely out there. This is why I'm saying for that, Likely will be great. If you want to put him or Mark Andrews in the H-back position, meaning the fullback position in front of Lamar, and then use him in routes or use him to block, then break, or at least chip, then go off into routes, that would be the concepts I'm thinking they're going to be using moving forward. Or using both to chip both sides and they go off into routes. That's the thing that makes the most sense. But we're going to see what happens. But I'm somebody that was highly against Cleveland. I didn't think that Cleveland was great. I said that multiple times. I said we got to get better, and they literally got worse than the player I didn't even want to play. Now, I'm hoping that player actually gets to play because we're that bad, that porous, that despicably horrible at that position. Hey, yo, it's crazy out here, man. It's crazy. But I got my mind right, money right, ready for war. But what do you guys think? Did you like Ben Cleveland's response? Do you think Harbaugh actually plays him next game? Let me know what you think down in the comment section. You know what before I even go further, you know what would be even worse? God forbid, let me show you how Harbaugh's hard-headed and ego-driven. God forbid that line gets Lamar Jackson hurt. Once Lamar would get hurt, you would see him insert Ben Cleveland. That's how stubborn and ego-driven he is. Just to let y'all know that. But as always, that's an episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Y'all know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. You know I love the comments. And if you've not done so already, check out The Wunderkind Show's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content goodness waiting for your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try. Let me know what you think. And if you'd like to donate to this channel, help out with equipment and such stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR code. QR codes to a Cash App. Cash is located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nitro, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yeah.
Finish him, Daddy.